morning, sunshines. Good morning, elementary B. We're gonna start our class, and I have the first surprise for you. Here we go. And it's a new goal. So I know all of you soccer lovers are gonna like that I have a new soccer gift. So check it out. Here I go. Especially you, Holy, Camilo, Juanpa, Mikhail, all those soccer guys. Look, check it out. Goal. 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 There you go. Okay, you have a new one. So, sweeties, the goal is described in the Spanish conquest, right? So we're gonna see how did this start happening. And for that, I'm gonna introduce you to somebody you might have heard of. His name is Cristobal Colon, or Christopher Columbus in English. So he was a sailor. He was an explorer. Chun, chun, chun. One day he went and he talked to the Queen of Spain, and he said, "Hey, Queen Isabel, you know what? I have something in my mind, and I want the money to do that." And she was like, "What is it you want?" And he was like, "Well, I want to go around the world in my boat, because I want to go from Spain to India." So here you have to pause a little bit, and you might think, Spain to India? And I'm gonna show you on my sample world. I have the world in my hands. So basically Spain is over here. Okay, this little pin, it's Spain. So he wanted to go from Spain to India. So he thought, if I go from Spain, I can go around the world and then reach India. Why? Because he thought, first of all, the world was round, and second, he thought that there was just water between from this place all around the world. So when she said, okay, let's do it. Let's see what happens. I'll give you the money. And he went. What happened is that he started here in Spain, right? And then he started sailing like so he thought he was going to go around, remember, and reach India again. But he found something that nobody knew, or at least he didn't know it was there before, and that is America, the continent. So he found it, and when he hit it, he found it, he thought, "Oh, Indios! I found India. So these are the Indios, right?" And they were like, "No, this is not really India." So then he started, like searching and all that, and then somebody told him that a guy named Americo Vespucio had talked about a new world. He mentioned there's a new world that nobody knows yet, and everybody thought it was just a mystery. It was it was a story. It was a tale. But then he was like, "Oh, so if this is not India, then this is the new world. This is the new world that Americo was talking about." So I found, America! I discovered America, the lands of America. That's why they named it America. And that happened on October 12th. So here comes the first question. We've been celebrating the discovery of America, like, yay, we were discovered. But nowadays, many people that study history are wondering this question, and I'm going to ask you this too. Chun, chun, chun. Was America lost? Chun, chun, chun. That's a question that we've been asking, because we think, why did the Spanish say they found America when we were already living in America? So America was not really lost. America was not to be found because it hadn't been lost. We live here already. Remember, we even had the Inca Empire going on, the Maya Empire up there. So all these things were already happening. So was America really lost? Chan, chan, chan. We don't know that yet. But we still celebrate on October 12th the discovery of America. And actually, it's very interesting because remember the Queen Isabel, Católica, and Cristobal Colon, and October 12th. Well, the boat he had, this is the boat. Come on, give me a break. You know, I try hard, but remember the boat he used to go around the world? Well, he actually used three boats that are La Pinta, La Niña, y La Santa Maria. La Pinta, La Niña, y La Santa Maria. Those are the boats he used. And that's very interesting. Why? Because history has a street. I'm going to share with you something interesting. I'm going to show you a map of the city of Quito. We're in Quito right now. What I wanted to show you, pay attention to my map, is you have right here this street that I'm showing you, and it's called Isabel la Católica because of this queen that gave the money. And if we scroll a little here, we find this big avenue that it's called Cristobal Colón. And this also very big avenue that is called 12 de Octubre. So those are all the things that are related, again, to the trip that Cristobal Colon took. And over here, look, we have, I don't know if you can read it, but we have Santa Maria, La Pinta y La Niña. So we have La Niña, La Pinta, La Santa Maria. We have the ships also named. So that means that basically every street we have has a name because of a historical fact. It has a name because of something in history. So you should wonder what's the name of your street and why do they have that name? Because every street has a name for a reason, and mainly for historical fact reasons. So, woo, wasn't that interesting? Okay, let's go back to class. As you saw, history has a street. Okay, so remember that I told you guys that Cristobal Colon had reached, he didn't come to Ecuador, he reached Panama. Because remember, when he was sailing with his boat, he was like, so he found here. There you go, that's where he found. So when he reached there and he saw that these people had basically a lot of gold, that's when he went back to Spain and he told the queen, you know, like, oh, you won't believe this, they have gold, but they worship the sun and so on. And that's when the queen said, oh my God, we have to send people so they can tell them the real God, who the real God is, and we have to get their gold. So when they said, okay, who wants to go on an expedition to America to get gold? Well, that's when many people sign up for it. But mainly the people that sign up for that were very poor people from Spain because they thought, well, I can get gold over there, you know, I could get rich. And also thieves. So thieves are the people who are in jail because they stole something. So what we know so far is that the first Spanish that actually came here were very poor, were thieves, and that's why they were kind of very violent people, because they mainly wanted our gold, you know. Some others want us to change our religion, like we talk about, and some others wanted to help, you know, like you can see in this cartoon over here. They were like, oh, we bring culture, we bring progress, education. And the indigenous were like, okay, then if you want to give me all that, why are you killing me? Why are you hurting me? You know? So it's something complex in our history that happened, but that's kind of how it went, okay? So the conquest started expanding, you know, they were like, okay, we have these and right now, we have Cusco, we destroyed the Inca Empire. So they start moving around, you know, in the same way, like, okay, let's just torture people, let's just, you know, kill them or hit them or have them, you know, under control. So they start expanding and more Spanish start coming because they heard already that the first Spanish that came had already won. You know, they heard that they destroyed their empires, that they had all the people, you know, like they had them under control. So they were more and more Spanish coming. Like I said at the beginning, the Spanish that came were thieves. We're not really necessarily good people, you know, or the best intentions or with the best education in order not to be so violent. So they start expanding. They just start, you know, like, oh, let's move around. So eventually they got to the Quitus Cacicazgo. The Quitus Cacicazgo, remember, is here where we live in Quito. And so they came here and they found this Cacicazgo and they asked, you know, what is this place called? What is this? And the Quitus said, we are the Quitus. They didn't speak Spanish, so they were like, what is this place called? And they were like, mi Quitus, Quitus, Quitus. And the Spanish was like, oh, Quito, Quito. And he was like, no, Quitus, Quitus. And he was like, oh, Quito, Quito, okay, Quito. But no, we're not going to name it Quito. From now on, this Cacicazgo will be called San Francisco de Quito. Chan, chan, chan. And this was now on San Francisco de Quito from now on. And then what happened is that, you have homework. Excuse me, are you not happy for having homework? Come on, don't be lazy. It's not a pretty long homework. So your homework for today, and you're going to find it in Class Dojo, please pay attention. Because in Class Dojo, you have part 1 and part 2. So you're going to have Social Studies, April 24, part 1 and part 2. Okay, why? Because your part 1 is this. You're going to solve your vocabulary journal for the word expedition. So you're going to find something like this. Expedition. And your homework part 2 is the same vocabulary journal for the word conqueror. Okay? So do your homework. Love you, babies. And I have a little message that I'm going to say in Spanish right now, okay? Chicos de mi corazón, los quiero un montón. Primero quería decirles que espero que hayan disfrutado la obra. Sé que es un poco raro ver las cosas así como digital y de pronto también las misas se congelan como, conéctate. También pasa, nos pasa. Pero de todas maneras espero que los que pudieron verla algo les haya gustado, ¿ya? Lo otro que quería decirles que es muy importante es que los quiero mucho y que los extraño un montón. Y que este momento pueden haber muchas cosas que sentimos y muchas sensaciones y podemos sentirnos muy tristes, como ya quiero salir, déjenme. Podemos sentir, quisiera estar en la escuela, o podemos sentir, no quiero estar en la escuela, pero quiero salir. Podemos sentir muchas cosas. Y es normal, está bien, podemos sentirnos enojados también, no solo tristes. La Miss también está muy triste. La verdad, yo sí estoy muy triste. Yo sí quisiera estar en la escuela, quisiera estar con ustedes, los extraño un montón. Porque los amo mucho. Y lo que quería decirles es que si ustedes sienten cualquier cosa que ustedes sientan así y quieren escribirme, quieren contarme, cuenten conmigo. O sea, ustedes ingresan, ustedes ya saben usar Dojo, entonces pueden crearme un mensaje, una foto, un video. Emilia, amé tu video, adoré tu video. Muchas gracias, mi chiquita de mi corazón. Porque ahí yo puedo también verlos y puedo escucharlos, puedo saber cómo se sienten, si quieren contarme algo. No tiene que ser de clases, puede ser de cómo ustedes estén. Y ahí estoy yo, al menos para escucharlos o decirles algo. Yo también decirles, sí, yo también les extraño, sí. Porque, como les decía, es normal sentirnos así como, o no saber cómo nos sentimos, también es muy normal. Entonces siempre conversen con los papis, cuéntenles cómo están ustedes, qué están sintiendo y cualquier cosa que quieran contarle a la Miss, con todo el amor y el cariño. Ahí estaré, me escriben nomás en Dojo, me mandan un dibujo, una foto, lo que ustedes quieran. Los amo un montón y nos veremos en una siguiente clase.